Welcome to the CascadiaSports.net Seahawks training camp report. I'm Oz Mara here. Day 8 of training camp is in the books. The team will now head over tomorrow. They've got their mock game, and there's a couple things that to look for tomorrow. There's a lot of things to look for, but really some things to concentrate on. We'll start with what happened today. Spirited practice again, and a little bit more spirit than I would have thought going into the mock game. But when they were doing the team drills, then the 7-on-7, it was spirited. In fact, it looked like there was intentionality in the defense trying to punch the ball when the offensive players had the ball. So you can kind of see that mindset now of creating turnovers. Let's work for that in practice. So, and as usual, I mean, today was just another one of those business-like days as we had yesterday. But like I said, with some intentionality of and some pep to their step about getting ready for tomorrow. And what you saw, yep, we had another one. We had another Russell Wilson to Tyler Lockett touchdown pass in the corner over there when they were going from north to south in terms of how the setup is here. And DJ Reed had a good day as well. And I would say for tomorrow, I would keep an eye on the following. Running backs, how many reps does Chris Carson get? He's a starter, he should be fine. How does Penny look? Number 20. And so he is lighter, and he says that he's he's feeling good. But I would look for number 41, really, in terms of Alex Collins and DJ Dallas, to see how the reps go at running back, because that's going to be very interesting in terms of for that number 3 and also number 4. They're playing for roster spots as well as reps. Another position to watch, I think, of intrigue is tight end. And Jared Everett from the Rams just came in. He's done nothing short of just being spectacular in how he's playing. But look, the tight end has got a three-headed monster, if you will, because you've got Will Dissly, the prototypical, he can block, he's efficient type of tight end. And number 3 is, Kobe Parkinson. The guy's 6'7", right? So what you're trying to take a look at is, so you have a 6'7" guy, and Parkinson just been showing up all over the field. We talked earlier that maybe they would use him inside the 35-yard line, but he's making catches all over, whether they're starting from their own 40. So he is saying, look, I am not just a red zone type of tight end. The question is, can he block? Because that's what Dissly brings, right? He brings the discipline you want in a tight end, but Gerald Everett has got the more athletic ability. So when do you go to him? And then how does Parkinson continue to progress in terms of being a blocker? So the mock game, and then a week from that in Vegas, that's when then you begin kind of see how that goes. I think it begins tomorrow. The cornerback situation's obviously going in, especially the right cornerback. Trey Flowers has talked about that, and you've got Achilles Witherspoon. Witherspoon is probably about a foot ahead of, in my estimation, of Trey Flowers. And that's got nothing to do with how Flowers has been playing. It's just that Witherspoon has just been critical and amazing in terms of how he's defending the short pass, the long passes, and tackling is supposed to be where he's supposed to be as far as we can tell. Again, all that separation will come when you begin to see the mock games and then the practice. But right now, Achilles Witherspoon is a foot ahead of Trey Flowers, which means it's going to be exciting that, Ken Norton loves that. And Deshaun Shedd, the former, as the coach, the DB coach, they love that because that's competition. On the other side, the left cornerback, DJ Reed, as I said, has been spectacular. Pierre Desir, again, he keeps popping up again. He's making plays as well. So those are 3 of the positions I would take a look at, 4 actually. So the running back, tight ends, and then the cornerbacks. You can separate them or you can say they're all together. Either way, it should make a very interesting mock game to at least see how they set up. Obviously, the offensive line, Dwayne Brown, hasn't been practicing, and he'll probably play. I don't know. We'll see. So that's another position to take a look at. But I think the offensive line, that decisions will be made later than sooner. So we'll begin to kind of look a little bit of crystal ball, but I predict it'll be a little bit hazy in terms of the offensive line. The wide receivers is another one. Who is the number 3 quarterback? The number 3 wide receiver. And to the quarterback, the first 2 I think are okay in terms of Geno and obviously Russell Wilson. But yeah, for the wide receiver spot, Eskridge hasn't played, so Asua is in the mix. Freddie Swain and Penny Hart are all in the mix for some to try to get to that 3rd spot and a roster spot. So at the end of the day, it's going to make for an exciting the beginning of a mock game, and then we can begin to see what goes, how it goes, where it's going in terms of where the players line up and the reps they get. So just wait to see tomorrow. But today, players did their business, went about what they had to do, and we did hear from the special teams guys, Tyler Ott. He was a Pro Bowl center, long snapper, and he talked about that. And then, of course, Jason, we heard from him, Jason Myers, who didn't miss a field goal last year, and also Michael Dixon. So those guys are the best in the business. And Ott said as much that, hey, we all 3 of us as a unit could have gone to the Pro Bowl. And an inside thing, when they practice, they kind of practice to the side, all 3 of them as a unit, and that's what makes them unique. And Tyler Ott, well, they all repeated the same theme that, the familiarity actually helps with the execution, and that's why the Seahawks special teams are so good. For the CascadiaSports.net Seahawk Training Camp Report, I'm Osvita Maraire.